disgusting black. You're such an N. No one cares. You're never gonna get far in the medical field because of your race and dark skin color, and you get checked by the FBI Watchlist. No one's even watching. Your writing doesn't even matter.
Yes, believe it or not, each and every one of those comments were said straight to my face in different forms, but they were said. And yeah, that's one of the biggest fears writers go through, is dealing with haters. But no matter how hard you try, no matter what you do, you're gonna get haters. So I'm going to give you ways so that you can deal with haters as a writer, so that you can continue and push through. What up, writers, and welcome back to my channel where I teach you to embrace your well-being and evoke writing. We are going to be talking about haters, and yeah, like a lot of writers are like, what? Why should I have haters? I should have all the lovers in the world, right? You're wrong. That's where you are doing it all wrong. Stop right here. The biggest mistake a lot of writers fall into is that I'm a writer, so I should be writing for literally everybody. That's completely wrong. You need to have a audience, specific audience that you're writing for, so that you appeal to that audience that needs your writing. If you try to appeal to everyone, you're going to appeal to literally no one. You need to have that set audience that you serve and write for. And let's go back to the haters. Having haters is just as important as lovers. If having haters, you're doing something right. Believe it or not, you're doing something right. It tells you who you should be writing for and who you shouldn't be writing for. People need to know instantly if your writing is for them or not. Immediately. So yeah, I understand when a lot of writers are like, maybe if I just try to appeal to everyone, I won't get haters because I'm appealing to everyone. But you're also including those groups that you don't support, you know, like misogynistic groups, racists, and everything. If you don't actually, like, you know, stand up for a group, or really, you know, have a group that you really are passionate about, you're not going to stand out. So that's why it's very important to niche yourself, even though the haters might come in creeping at you. And yes, a lot of people are like, what the freak? Why should I niche myself? I'm going to write whatever the freak I want. But it makes a lot of sense, because once you niche yourself, it's going to get slow at the start. You're not going to get attention. And that's the thing. Let me talk about that, actually. You're going to be writing and writing and writing to literally nobody. That's the way it is. You're going to be creating for nobody. You're going to be writing for no one. People are going to be reading to no one. I mean, that made no sense. No one's gonna read your stuff at the start. That's just the way it is. But once you niche yourself, it's gonna start out slow. But once you niche yourself, people are gonna see that you're known for something. And when you're known for something, you're extremely valuable. And once you develop that influence, that's when you can deepen that brand a little bit. You can put your personality in it. You can put who you are a little bit into it, so that you stand out even more. Because let's say there's a lot of writers who are writing about health. That's a lot of competition. There's a lot of health writers out there. So if you decide to put yourself in a way that is showing who you are and talking about your life and your story, you're going to stand out from every single health writer that could be outfading you. But you have that story. They don't have your story. Only you do. And those people will either, you know, vibe with you or not vibe with you. Yes, you also need to have beliefs as a writer. That's another way that's going to stem even more haters, because if your readers don't know what you stand by, they're not going to stand behind you. You need to forward your beliefs in every aspect of your writing. Always. You need to have values, you need to have beliefs, you need to have a mission, you need to have a strong mission at that. What do you want to add to this writing space? What do you want to bring to writing? And once you have a mission, you're gonna have people who stand behind you strongly, or you're gonna have people who have a disgusting taste in their mouth about you. You're gonna have both sides of the spectrum, but that's a good thing. You have people that you're serving who love who you are. You're gonna have people who don't love who you are, because you're gonna differentiate yourself, because you have people who support you and people who don't support you. Because if you have everyone supporting you, you're not gonna know what you're doing wrong. You're not gonna know who you truly are serving, and you're just gonna get into this loop of who am I serving, who am I writing for, and you're possibly gonna develop an imposter syndrome. You don't want that. I developed it. It sucks. I know that the biggest fear is just getting haters and getting criticism on your writing, but that's honestly what's the biggest thing holding writers back from their potential, because haters show that you're able to be who you truly are, and you're able to be yourself at the max, and you don't let people phase you, because you can't let people phase you. You can't let the haters get to you. You have to, focus on the people who do love you, and kind of develop kind of like an antithesis, Democrats, Republicans, light, darkness, order, and chaos. You need to develop, a side of people who love who you are and a side of people who don't love who you are, so that you can truly stand by what you should be writing and who you should be writing for. The biggest tip that you can really do is just not give the trolls or the haters the attention, because that's what they want. They want to see you get a reaction. They want to see you change faces quickly. They want to see something happen. So if you have haters in your writing, you have comments, you have messages of people saying crap, don't let it phase you. You don't let it affect you. You don't let this face change to this, or just don't let it phase you. Just keep it the same throughout the whole thing. Like, this does take practice, eventually there's times where you're gonna break down, you're gonna have a mental breakdown, you're gonna have a day where you just don't feel like writing because of the haters, but there has to be a point where you are strong enough to not let those haters affect you, because it can get to a point where you get so discouraged and you just don't want to write anymore. And that is why so many writers give up, because they have so much people who don't support them. They have people who tell them you're not going to get anywhere with this, and you just have to not let the hate get to you. You have to use that hate as fuel, as fire, to reach up to your goals and to keep writing, and to not let them affect you, because if you don't give them attention, they're going to stop. But if you give them that attention, you give them something to continue on, they're going to continue. You have to set those boundaries and set those rules, so that you know the standards for your writing, and what should be seen, what should be done, and what should kind of go on within that space. The more you write and talk about something, the more attention you're going to bring at it. So if you are talking about these trolls and these haters constantly to your community in your writing, and just voicing them, that's gonna fuel the haters, and they're gonna be like, okay, we're getting the attention, let's continue. Just act like they're not even there. Just act like they're aberrations and ghosts. You need to, if you put attention to the stuff that's helping you and your community, that's serving you guys and helping you stay closely together, that's what's gonna get the attention, not those haters that could potentially bring you down. Don't let the haters affect you. Don't let the haters pierce through that mental shield. You have to keep a mental shield. And a lot of people think that they are tough skinned, but as a writer, your skin is gonna need to get thicker and thicker and thicker, because there's gonna be so much crap going on when you write. There's gonna be people who talk junk about you. There's gonna be people who hate you to death. They want you to give up. They want you they want you to just go away from this earth and leave the planet. That sounds really, really messed up, but that's just the way haters are gonna be. Like, haters are gonna get to that point where they just want you to even delete your blog and delete your writings and all of that. Don't let them take you to that point. Have a support system. Have people who are there for you. Go back to your community and be grateful for the community you do have. Don't focus on growing so much. That's gonna make them feel like, oh, we don't care, but you're not enough for us. So you have to make sure your community is someone that you are grateful for, and you still care with what you have right now. And I recently did talk about this in my video of reasons to be more private, and like not how to deal with immense growth as a writer. That's why a lot of writers are private, because they feel like haters are going to seep into their life and they're going to affect their day-to-day life. But being a writer, you need to market yourself. You need to treat your writing as a business, and you need to put yourself out there. Put yourself in these platforms, make friends, and not just write. That's not what people want anymore. You have to go transcend of what a writer is. You need to be doing speakings. You need to be going on these platforms that are going to give you influence, and the haters are just, they're not going to affect you. You're gonna focus on your mission. You're gonna focus on your community that stand behind you and focus on what you want to bring and what you want to set out through your writing. Basically, to summarize, the non-believers are actually help you to really serve your people better, and you know who you should be writing for a lot better. It stands out a lot better. And your non-believers are honestly just as important as your believers. So take a stance and choose who your writing is for, and stomp those people who are telling you no and say, yes, I can do this. I literally talk about this for hours, but let me know, who do you write for? Let me know in the comments. We can see all these comments and I can help you kind of like write better for that specific audience. But if you are new, please hit that subscribe button and join and hit the notification bell so that you can get videos a few times a week. And if you want to grow, if you want to join a growing community, please join our Discord, where we have a small yet still growing community of writers that help and support each other. And yes, hit that video to keep on learning, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.